Hello and welcome to today's class, which is all about strengthening the muscles that hold us up for better posture. So we're going to focus on core strength and strengthening the muscles in our back. So start with your feet pretty wide apart, wider than hip distance, palms open, crown of the head, reaching up towards the ceiling. And take a big breath in as you sweep your arms out and up, interlace the fingers and press them up to the sky. And then as you exhale, bring your hands behind your head. And I want you to think of really using that exhale to draw the ribs in and the deep core. So everything drawing into the spine. Hold the breath out just for a moment at the bottom of your breath. And then inhale, release, sweep your arms back up, interlace and press up. Exhale, hands behind your head and draw in towards midline. Hold that breath out briefly. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands behind the head, draw the ribs in and down. And then last time, release, sweep the arms up. Big breath in as you press through the palms. Exhale, draw in. And then we'll stay here, keep breathing, open those elbows back as far as they'll go, and just side bend to each direction slowly. Let's inhale as we come up through center. Exhale, bend the other direction. Inhale through center, lift through the heart. Exhale. Inhale through center. Exhale to bend. And then as you come up this time, take a little back bend at the top, elbows move even further back, and then release the arms down on your exhale and shake out any tension. So from here, we'll go into Warrior One. Let's keep the right foot in front and step the left foot back. Very slight angle with the back foot, the front knee is bent, the back leg is straight. Take your arms into cactus arms. So it's like this shape, but the palms are facing down. And don't let the elbows droop. Everything is right up by your shoulders. Now we're going into a cat-cow with this arm position. So press the elbows back behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades, and lift your chest as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, let's straighten our front leg. And as that leg straightens, bring the hands in together, the arms in front of you like you're reaching for your opposite elbows. And then tuck your chin down. And you're tucking the tailbone actively here as well. Go back and forth between those two positions, bending the knee, opening the heart, squeezing the shoulder blades on the inhale. Exhale, round, and straighten your front leg. Two more, breathe in. And breathe out. Every time we inhale, we're really activating the muscles in our back around the shoulder blades. And then exhale to round, straighten the front leg. And now you can bend the front knee. We're going to reach our hands behind us, interlace the fingers, and take a chest expansion here by, again, drawing the shoulder blades together and lifting up through the heart. Take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, we're going to lead with the chest forward to the inside of the front thigh. Now, don't let yourself just hang out into the joints here. Think of fighting gravity and using strength from your lower body to hold yourself up. And then stay right where you are, but release your hands and stretch your arms out into strong T's here. Energy out through your fingertips, palms facing downward, back of the neck is long, and then gentle pulses up to the sky up above you. And these can be very small. One more breath in here, press the arms up a little higher back behind you, and then straighten your front leg and release into a forward fold over the front leg as you exhale. We'll stay here for just a moment, breathing, enjoying the break that the straight leg gives us. Sending your right hip back behind you. And then we'll rise up. You can bend the front knee, lift yourself up, and we'll just go to the other direction. So I'm just going to spin around here so my left foot is in front and the right foot is back. Slight angle with that back foot. Bend the front knee. A little tuck of the tailbone here to find some pelvic stability. And then we'll take our arms into the goalposts with the palms facing down, elbows lifted. Inhale, press the elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, round the spine, straighten your front leg. Inhale to bend the knee, open through the chest. Exhale to straighten the front leg and round. Let's do 2 more. From here, you can bend the front knee, lift up through the chest, and reach your hands behind you. Interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift up through the chest. Take a breath in here, and then hinge forward into humble warrior on your breath out to the inside of that front leg. And we're lifting up from the floor, fighting gravity. Stay here, but just release your arms and stretch them out into strong T's. And you're activating the muscles in the back and the back of your arms to just lift up a little higher and then start to pulse up to the sky, using the muscles in your back to control the movement. Make sure you're breathing here. And then on your next exhale, let's straighten the front leg, lift those arms up a little higher, and then release into a forward fold into your pyramid. You can soften through the neck and shoulders here. Send your hips back. And then to come out of this, bend the front knee, rise back up, and we can just toe heel the feet in. We're going to transition down to the mat now. So coming down to hands and knees, you may want a blanket under your knees. Tabletop position, fingers spread wide, middle finger straight ahead. On your inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, and gaze up. Now on your exhale, we are rounding the spine into our cow, releasing the head, but we're adding on here. I'd like you to tuck your toes and hover your knees just about 1 inch off the mat. Then drop your knees right back down, open the heart back into your cow. Exhale, round the spine first, activate the core by drawing it up to the spine, and then hover those knees, pressing away from the mat. Inhale, knees drop back down, broaden the collarbone as you gaze up. Let's do 2 more of those. Round the spine, feel the pelvic floor hug up into your body as you lift. Drop the knees back down, open the heart, breathe in. Now this one, as you exhale, let's hold. So round, hover the knees, and then keep breathing here. Go ahead and release your knees down on your next exhale, and we'll sit our hips back to our heels for child's pose. Any arm variation you like. You can also circle through your wrists, wiggle through your fingers. Give your joints a little care. Okay, and then press yourself back up. We're going to extend the left leg directly out to the side. I'll turn so you can see me with the toe forward, and then come to stand up on your right leg, on the right knee. Okay, adjust until you're comfortable. You want the hip right above the knee. And I like my toe forward with the foot planted, but if it feels better to come up on the heel, do it. Let's sweep our arms out and up, big breath in. Exhale, strong T-arms with the thumbs up. Now keeping your torso really strong and still. Slowly tilt over to the right, so your T-arms stay into T's, and we're going to graze the right fingertips down to the mat, and then come right back up. So you're not really putting weight into that hand. We're just lightly tapping as we come down, and then rising back up. So let's connect that with the breath. Let's exhale to come down. Inhale to lift back up. Last one. Once you're back up, let's take our hands back behind our head. Now, same direction, we're going to the right with that tilt, but when you get to your end range here, we're going to stay to the side and turn our body towards the mat. So you're rotating, and then let's rotate back to where we were to the side, and then lift back up. Down to the side, we're getting a little bit into the obliques here, face downwards, back, and up. Let's do 2 more like that. Really keeping the breath going the whole time and really trying not to round the spine, especially right here. Let's keep the back strong, the spine long. Okay, and last one, tilt, turn, tilt, and lift back up. Let's reach both arms up, take a breath in. Now side bend to the left into gate pose as you breathe out. The right fingertips are stretching actively. The chest is lifted and long. The chest is lifted. On your next breath in, both arms reach up. Take a little back bend at the top, and then hands come down to the mat as you exhale. Let's bring that knee in and extend the other leg out. Okay, coming up to stand on your left leg, let's set up our foundation first. Hip above the knee. Think of lifting up out of this hip and check in that your foot is in line with your left knee, give or take. We'll reach our arms out and up on the breath in, and then strong T arms on the breath out. Keeping everything strong and steady in your center. Tilt on over to the left, tap the fingertips, and then come right back up. Exhale to lean over and tap. Inhale to come back up. Now let's bring our hands behind our head. Take a breath in, lift up tall, and then just keep the breath flowing as you tilt down. Rotate down, tilt back to the side, and come back up. Let's do one more for good measure. Now reach your arms up, extend up, take a breath in, and side bend over to the right into gate pose as you breathe out. Check in that your neck is comfortable. You can always shift your gaze. And you can let your right fingertips slide as far down that leg as you like. On your next inhale, reach both arms up, take a little back bend at the top, and then hands down on the floor. As you exhale, bring that knee in, and then sit back into child's pose or any kind of rest you would like to take for a moment as you breathe. Check in, feel the effects of what you just did. Always coming back to these moments of pause, of stillness. Now press back up to hands and knees. Walk your hands a little in front of where they are. And then let's take big hip circles here. It's like we're going back to child's pose, around to the side, and forward to a knee down plank. And you can stay in one direction, explore that. And then take it the other way. Next time you come forward, stay there so the shoulders are right above your wrists. Let's hug the elbows in towards midline, towards your ribs, and then lower yourself with control all the way down to your mat. Now once you're there, prop yourself up on your forearms for Sphinx pose. Your toes are untucked and you have some space between your feet. Your forearms are parallel, your fingers are spread wide, and your elbows are right in under your shoulders, so not really far out wide. Bring them in a little bit. Now, before we do anything else here, check in that the back of your neck is long, we're not craning up. And then I'd like you to grab imaginary earth with your hands, and without moving your hands, try to pull the earth towards you. And you should hopefully feel a little more opening through the chest, a little more engagement in your back. Take a moment to breathe here as you root through your pelvis, root down into the mat with your pelvis. And then going into a twist here, let's first just cross this left forearm across our body, like you're trying to touch your right elbow for a little extra support. And then we'll pick up that right hand and bring it out a little bit to the right side of your body, a little bit to a diagonal. Press into your hand to help you twist towards the hand, so to the right. It's like we're straightening the right arm, but it doesn't have to straighten all the way. Good, and let's come in and out of that so you can come back through center, leaving the hand there, but just straightening the arm as you twist and softening as you come back. In and out of this rotation, lifting up through the chest. And then let's hold for a moment, lifting up out of the floor as we breathe. If that's too much lift for your back doesn't like it, slide the hand away from you a little bit so you're not lifted up quite as high. And then let's come back to center, back to our Sphinx, lift up out of your shoulders, check in with your breath. And then we will bring our right forearm in front of us, trying to touch that left elbow, and take your left hand out to the side, and you can play with what positioning feels good. Use that hand to help you twist to the left, maybe straightening that arm a little bit, gazing over your left shoulder, and then come back through center. And do that just a few more times, in and out. Now your supporting shoulder, the right shoulder, might feel this too. It requires some strength there. This next time we twist to the left, let's hold and breathe. And then on your exhale, come back. This time, rest your head on your hands, or you can turn your head to the side, however you'd like to rest here. Give your arms and shoulders a break, and rock your hips side to side. Now leave your lower body where it is, but take your arms out into cactus shape, so the 90-degree angle with the palms down. And make sure your elbows aren't too far down and in towards your waist. Keep them right out by your shoulders. We're doing locust pose with this cactus arm variation. So release your forehead down to the mat. This is all about back body engagement. Breathe all of your air out. And then on your inhale, lift your upper body, your arms, your shoulders, and lift your legs. So the glutes are engaged, our back muscles are engaged. You don't have to come up very high here, especially if your low back doesn't like that. Now we're trying really hard not to let the hands drop down and the elbows lift. So keep those hands elevated too. That'll keep our shoulders more in an open position. Take one more breath in, maybe lift a little higher, and then rest and release as you breathe out. Feel your heartbeat as you rest. And then we'll bring our palms under our shoulders, slowly press up through hands and knees, and then back into child's pose, which is a wonderful counter movement for what we just did. As you rest briefly in child's pose, can you direct your breath more to the back half of your lungs? Trying to breathe into your back, your low back, the back of your ribs. And then let's press ourselves up. Now, once you are up, bring your legs out in front of you. We'll straighten the right leg and bend the left knee, and we're up all the way on top of our sit bones. Pick up the left foot, place it on the other side of the right leg, left fingertips behind you, right arm reaches up to find length on the inhale, And then exhale, twist to the left, and you can take that right arm and hug the knee into your chest. And then take another breath in and find a little more length in your spine, lifting through your chest. And as you breathe out, twist just a little deeper. Take a couple more rounds of breath like that, finding length on the inhale and softness and depth on the exhale. And then on your next exhale, return to center. Straighten that leg out, bend the other knee, and then we'll plant the foot on the other side of the leg, adjusting as needed, shoulders dropping down from the ears. Take your right fingertips behind you, left arm reaches up to breathe in. Hug the knee in as you breathe out. Every inhale, sit up taller, find more space in the spine. And every exhale, a little more depth as you drop your shoulders down. On your next exhale, slowly come back to center. You can stretch both legs out in front of you, shake them out. And then we'll come to a seated Shavasana to conclude our practice. Shake any tension out of your shoulders. And maybe flip the palms open on your lap, allow your eyes to close. And feel everything you just did. Feel the effects of your practice today. Check in and notice if your spine just feels a little more supported, like you have to work just a little less to hold yourself upright. Feel your breath moving through you without any extra added effort. And acknowledge yourself for choosing to show up and get on your mat today, to return to your practice, to take care of your body, your mind, and your spirit. And then bring your palms together, touching in front of your heart. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste. If you enjoyed this practice, then you'll love my free 7-day Yoga for Posture challenge. Each day we explore simple ways to move with more freedom, feel lighter in your body, and of course, improve your posture. You can sign up to join us for free by going to yogaforposturechallenge.com or just click the link down in the description.